Welcome to the Loyal Family LF podcast, where we the most illest, most realest podcast alive. I'm your host, JM LF. I'm with my co-host,
CEO Mind. That marketing plan was me. I was put on this earth to be all I can be. Act like you talking to God when you talking to me. I even walked on water, you still ain't believe. Tatted on my arm, LF to the death of me. I fell down, I got back up, I saw no one was next to me. Second coming, I rose again, I transformed consciously. Now the whole world, by my name, they will acknowledge me. It is I, your guy, Mr. Blackberry the Chef, a.k.a. Blackberry Molasses, a.k.a. Jehovah Barry, a.k.a. the most melanated one. What is good, everybody? How y'all feeling?
Yo, what's good? We got a special guest in the building. You mind introducing yourself?
Yeah, my name is Chief of the Black Watch Movement. I'm also known as Barkim. You a lot. You know?
Peace.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thanks for coming.
Definitely.
Before we get into anything, we want to shout out our sponsors, Frontline Millionaires. We will get your Frontline Millionaires gear at www.frontlinemillionaires.shop.
Also sponsored by I'm Different and It's Okay by Stephanie_Kia684 on Instagram. Just click the link in the bio.
Yo, what's good? Peace, my brothers.
Peace.
Well, we got my brother Chief in the building. This definitely a OG to me. Seen him since I was a baby. You know what I mean? Running through these streets, doing what they do. But I'm gonna let brother Chief just tell you a little bit about himself. You know what I mean? Let us know where it all started from, like where you was born, where you from.
All right. Okay, my brother. I was born in Brooklyn, 217 Sigel Street, apartment 19.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And for those that don't know, what part of Brooklyn?
that's Williamsburg.
Williamsburg.
From there, I moved to East New York. We moved to East New York, and the rest to me, to me is history because, I'm still here.
Facts.
And I'm blessed for that. I gotta say that, I just think about the roads and the trials and tribulations that a brother had to go through to get here.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that to these young brothers out there that's inspired to be great, but think less of themselves.
Facts.
Yo, kings, man, get back to that. But getting back to me, I moved to East New York. I was a black leader. And one day we were sitting in our clubhouse and the Tomahawks came calling, and they had a lot of respect for us, They had a lot of respect for us, and they came, they wanted us to change our name from Black Leaders to Tomahawks because every time it was a rumble, we was there with them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we all knew each other and grew up with each other, but they was from Brownsville. We from East New York.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So, we came together. We formulated a gang. It was to get rid of all the other stuff that goes on in the community that everybody might be afraid to say something about. We was that disruptive group.
Yeah.
Right. And anything we did for our community. We did everything for it. We didn't tear it up. We went to other people's community. But our community, they could have sat in the parks and did all of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that was that. So one day, Cato said, "Yo, did y'all think about what I asked y'all?"
Not to cut you off, but for those that don't know, who Cato? You know what I mean?
Cato is leader of Tomahawks.
Okay.
Bark was leader of the Tomahawks.
Rest in peace.
Raheem was, all of them deceased.
Rest
Raheem
in peace,
was leader of the Tomahawks. Booker T was leader of the Tomahawks. Me, I was just there. I wanted to be there.
Yeah.
Because that's where the action was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for those that know me, they know I'm a gangster. I'll always be a gangster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's just me. That's who I am. You know, but, you know, from there, you know, we did a lot of things. And then one day, this elderly brother came. He came to me in Aardvark first.
Yeah.
You know? So he was saying, because Cato was locked up, he was saying that he was trying to make a movie. His name is Sonny Carson. That's what I'm talking about.
Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
His movie is The Education of Sonny Carson,
Yeah, if you
which
ain't seen
I'm a
it, go
part
check
of.
it out. That's the clip we played in the beginning of the joint, which
You know,
Big Homie
so-
Chief was in the beginning.
Yeah.
So, you know, Sonny came to us, he came to me in Aardvark, right? And I'll tell you something before I get into that.
Mhm.
Like, I was the first Tomahawk, when I came home from jail, decided I wanted to be a 5%er.
Mm.
I wanted to be that when I was in jail, but I just didn't want to have that stigma on me. I got in the 5% because I'm locked up and this and that. All you niggas that know me know I ain't that dude, right? So boom, I came home and but before all of that, right, we had made the movie, The Education of Sonny Carson.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, for me it's kind of personal because I don't know where I would be this part or this time in my life had I not been up under the school of common sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your father was a part of that.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, just being in the company of someone that people respected and admired and wasn't afraid of,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And anybody that knew Sonny Carson know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, they don't talk about him enough, man.
As a little kid, I seen Sonny Carson, like his demeanor, the way his people around him. Like I always like, yo, that's that motherfucker.
But yeah,
Like,
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we come from that cloth. But so before we get into all that, let us know like what East New York was like back in them times. You feel me? I mean, like as far as before you met Sonny. And
Yeah, East New York was like Gunsmoke, like it is.
Yeah.
What they call it.
Around what years? It's always like that.
Yeah, that's going back in 66, 67.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, in times like that where people actually fist fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we used to make guns, zip guns.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you had a 22 or 25, you bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
But that's how we went to war, man. We went to war with baseball bats.
Yeah. Right.
Our bare hands, man, because if for a fact, you have to know how to fight.
Yeah.
Coming up through there. You know what I'm saying? And like I think back on all of it. You know, I think back on my life a lot of times.
Yeah.
And I understand thoroughly why I'm in the position I'm in now.
Yeah.
You know?
That's facts. All right, so you say you and the big homie Akbar, y'all met Sonny Carson. He pushed y'all to do a movie.
Yeah.
Like, so for people that don't know, what's the movie about? Like, what's
The
that
movie
conversation
was
like?
about the life of Sonny Carson.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and his rise to be able to do the things that he's done for black people. Let me remind y'all of something about Sonny Carson. Your parents might know this. Sonny Carson is the reason Albert Schenker wasn't the head of the union anymore. They closed down schools.
Mm-hmm.
Sonny is the one that let black parents go in there and teach their kids. That's how they got jobs. That's how they got jobs. That's the type of man he was.
Legendary.
Exactly. And it don't get talked about enough. It don't get talked about enough because every politician that you see sitting in the office or had admirations to be in the politics, it came from Sonny.
Facts. Definitely could be a witness to that.
Yeah, that came from him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know?
And we definitely don't speak on him. That's why we need brothers like you, like OGs in the community that been through the struggle, that seen what was going on, to tell his story. Because, like, rest in peace, we just lost 2 big brothers, our team, Ferguson, and we lost Abubakar in the past year.
2 gold keys.
Yeah, 2 of my OGs, you know what I mean? They ran with my pops and did a lot of stuff in this community, more than you could even count. So that's why we need brothers like Chief and other brothers to come on and, tell a story, because brothers are leaving here, man. That's why we appreciate brothers like you to still be here, still be strong, and still tell a story. So, like, being on the set of Education of Sonny Carson, like, let the people know what that's like.
Like, at the time, we just thought it was all in growing up.
Yeah.
We wasn't. I know my admirations, I can't speak for nobody else, but I know my admirations wasn't to be no movie star.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No movie star. I just felt like my calling is a lot of people love me and respect me, and I get the opportunity to share some things that I know that somewhere along the way it could help somebody else get stronger.
Right.
And, when I think of Sonny and I think of Euphoria, I think of our team, I think about Math, I think about all the fallen soldiers who backs I stood on to help get to where I needed to get. Yeah. And those was the type of people, all they wanted to do was liberate black people. Mm-hmm. All they wanted to do was see black people get a fair shake. Yeah. He had to stop. The school was 137 on Saratoga between Chauncey and Branchbridge, and 271 on Herkimer and Saratoga, between Saratoga and Rockwood.
That's crazy, because my boy right here went to the one,
and my mother
his mom worked
there.
At the one.
Yeah.
Security, you feel me?
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
So they had a Black Panther office across. You know what disturbs me more than anything, brother? How you could put something into somebody that ain't did a goddamn thing for you. Excuse me.
Facts.
That ain't did a goddamn thing for you. Here, it's a damn shame that the universe don't know Sonny Carson.
That's a fact.
His work speaks for itself.
That's crazy.
That is a fact.
That's facts. That's facts. Like, a lot of people don't even know. Like, Sonny did a lot of stuff, so much stuff for the community, from closing crack houses to bringing bones back to Africa. You know what I mean? A lot of people they don't know nothing about that.
Speak on some of the things. My bad, not to cut you off.
Do your thing.
I want to hear, because you was close to him. I want you to speak on some of the things that Sonny Carson did that a lot of people don't know.
What comes to mind is Sonny's first and most precious jewel is to save young people. Yeah. Save young people. I watched Sonny put up his house. I watched Sonny get money to bail people he didn't even know, kids out of jail. Yeah. These are things that people don't talk about because they're ashamed, but behind every great organization, there has to be a great and powerful leader of that organization, and Sonny was it.
Facts.
And anybody that say he's selfish got a problem with me, because I used to watch that man get so much money, and at the end of the day, when he left his office, he ain't have a dime. A dime. All the families that know Sonny did something for him, they know. Right. Me, I'm glad that you wanted to do this, because there's some things that need to be said.
Facts.
Simple as that. Some things need to be said. All them living off the luxury and the sweat and pain for what Sonny stood for you get in the office and you go contrary to the plan.
Yeah.
The plan. Y'all mess around and try to sign a paper to bring Joanne Chesimard back here from Cuba. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. You know, but everybody got their opinion of Sonny because they don't know him.
Facts.
Who is that? For people don't know.
Huh?
Who you speaking about?
I'm talking about people, they you know, people in general, especially the people that was around when Sonny was around, and when Sonny made the Sharptons and all them other people that followed behind him, because he was the power to get them in position.
Yeah.
He had the streets.
Facts. That's a fact. Now, you saying you came up, you was a Tomahawk or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to know the difference because I know it's definitely a difference. What's the difference between the gangs from back then and these gangs they got now?
I'll tell you what's different. Loyalty.
Yeah.
One thing when and this rule applies today.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of Tomahawks left. They be having reunions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like one thing we never tolerated was betrayal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, betrayal. Because if you're dissatisfied about something, then maybe this ain't for you. You need to go somewhere else. You know, but my thing is like we wasn't a wild group. Any gang that we defeated, they became Tomahawks. That's how we got big.
Yeah.
We not gonna roll on y'all and defeat y'all and allow y'all to still be ghetto brothers.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had a museum with everybody colors in them because that's us. And then you couldn't avoid us when you went to jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with all of that in hand, and can't nobody say the Tomahawks ever did anything to make the community not want to mess with them.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know?
I got a question.
Hold on.
I want to know, like, how, because majority of the Tomahawks turned guard, right? When did y'all get knowledge?
Just about all of us.
Yeah, I see.
You know, I'm like I said, I waited till I come home. I'm a Tomahawk. We used to have a theater on Sutter between Hinsdale and Sonnetica called the Premier. You know, the Tomahawks used to run that. You know, the Sutter. We ran a few movies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, you know, like, I gotta say, man, that, you know, I get a little bit when I talk about certain things because I don't see that today. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the love and respect from one another to be ability to be who you are.
Right.
You know, and all we turned out was leaders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, behind every great and powerful leader, there has to be a great and understanding follower of that leader to become a leader.
Right.
So one thing led to the next, and I had said something, but I'm gonna save that for last, right?
Yeah.
But you know, Sonny meant a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah.
To a lot of people. When your landlord wouldn't give you hot water, who you came to? Sonny Carson. You know what I mean? When you was getting ready to get evicted and ain't know where you was getting the money, who came to the rescue? Sonny Carson. But see, people don't talk about that.
Not at all.
His movie should be a bestseller. And I'm gonna tell you the best part of that movie. When Sonny asked them what they all want to be. One want to drive a ship down 125th.
Yeah. He's going to drive some jet down Jefferson Avenue.
Then another motherfucker want to fly away to be out. Just so, you know, it's a lot of things that Sonny brought to light. And one thing I can say about Sonny, and anybody that knows Sonny had every gangster in this city under his belt. Mm-hmm. And dealt with them accordingly and wasn't afraid of nobody. And guess what? He knew how to treat every last one of us.
Facts. Yeah.
That's what made us loyal.
Facts. Now, not to cut you off, but
Yeah.
I remember my most gangster moment of Sonny. You feel me? Because watching him when I was younger, everybody always ask me like, who the most gangster person you know? Sonny Carson, because he the only person I ever see kick police off the block.
Yep.
Like told them like, nah, we doing something. Y'all gotta go off the block. They called their sergeant.
Yeah.
Sergeant told them they had to bounce. They had to bounce. He ain't want that kind of problem. Real shit. It's real, yo, bro. It's real talk. I seen that happen. So, and he definitely had all the gangsters with him. So, you feel me?
Yeah, man. I mean, look at his history. Before me and Arkbark, it was Math and Raheem and them.
Yeah.
You know, it was different brothers that came before us, but we were the brothers that forced it.
Yeah.
Because we understood what it was. You know, when you do something to a guy like Sonny Carson and he don't talk to you for a day or two, you get worried. You get worried.
Yeah.
Because if he ain't call you on the third day, he not fucking with you. Simple as that. You know, he might talk to you a few months later, but he'll let you have your space.
Yeah.
That's what you act like you wanted. And he did it to everybody. From the baddest nigga to the weakest nigga. He treated everybody the same way, but in different forms, in different ways. You know what I mean? But it all add up to his heart. To his heart. It come from his heart. And people say a lot of things about Sonny. You know, man, Sonny used to do. What has Sonny ever taken from anybody? Anything that he took from them crackers. Ain't had nothing to do with y'all.
Yeah, that's a fact. Right.
Y'all act like it's just like social workers. You go down to the welfare to get on, to better yourself, and they treat you like you the worst person on earth.
Facts.
And know they in control because they control the buttons. So they can act and hope you get an attitude so they can say next.
That's the crazy.
Because they don't want to work.
Facts.
They comfortable with the white man in
Man,
position.
they
As soon as a
comfortable.
black man get in position, they worried.
That's
They
a
don't,
fact.
they don't want to fuck with the black man in position. They'll fuck with the
I
white.
don't want to, you know, they used to say Sonny Carson was Al Sharpton, parole officer.
See, I ain't never heard.
I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the truth. You know, everything that man did, and when Sonny died, he tried to give James Brown and all them niggas that credit, man. No, nigga, you a nigga off of 18th Street and Flatbush Avenue. Nigga, you know, we used to protect you, nigga. So stop acting like that.
That's a fact.
You know, I don't feel nothing for him.
Yeah.
I don't feel nothing for him because all he did was get black people in a position to take from him. You make deals when you got the people ready to take their shit back. You can tell a family to take some money from the fuck and you get some money and then it dies out.
Yeah.
You don't even hear about the police that killed that boy.
Facts.
His people got that 26 million, they ain't trying to make no noise.
Nope.
Crazy.
You so crazy, they the ones crazy because 26 million ain't a drop in the bucket to what they would have got
Yeah.
if they'd have been patient.
Facts.
See,
Facts.
that's Sonny.
Yeah.
See, Sonny would have told them that.
Mm.
You know, Sonny would have told them, Al Sharpton is the worst person you want to come represent you. Al for Al. He was Al one time.
Yeah.
That's who he for.
Yeah. That's a fact. Let the people, not to cut you off, let the people know a little bit about Black Watch.
You know, Black Watch, right, was brought about through X-Clan. X-Clan, which is Sonny's son, Professor X. You know, he and Brother Jay, Sugar Shaft, and Paradise, the group X-Clan started the Black Watch movement. You know, and they started it around the country. The Black Watch movement was basically put together for change. You know, some young people that was fed up with the way society was doing them, and they wanted to make a change. You know, and when you making a change, there's things you got to deal with the change. because everybody not going to agree with the change, especially if it's working for them. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know, like that's something I never seen around Sonny. Because like I said, I used to protect Sonny, you know, and I've been in situations with him. He know he could count on me.
Yeah.
He know, right? And, you know, different people do different things, man. And what gets me and gets me dischanted with a lot of shit is because all the shit that Sonny did, people don't know who the fuck he is. He did more than Louis Farrakhan did. He did more than the president did. He took Bones back through the doors and no turn in Ghana. He took him back through the slave castle.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody talking about that.
That's a fact. They don't want to talk about that.
They don't.
Yeah, they
try to keep that close.
That need to be a conversation. You know why I need to be a conversation? Because it happened.
That's a fact.
Yeah. You'll record a motherfucker jumping the Grand Canyon, but you won't record or put in the book Guinness Records a brother that took some bones all the way back to Africa. He charged the United States government and said, my uncle Samuel Carson, y'all call him the runaway slave, is in this grave right here.
Made them dig him up.
They made him dig him up. You know, and I'll tell you, I don't know if they was his or not.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. Because where he told him his uncle was, that's what they did. And found out that the Navy Yard was a black cemetery. As soon as he died, they built a movie studio on there that he stopped in the beginning. You know what I mean? The Lag Terminal, the Barclays Center.
Yeah.
Sonny had his hand in all that.
Facts.
From the beginning.
Malcolm X Boulevard, Marcus Garvey Boulevard.
All these names you see, Sonny
Brooklyn.
got, and they ain't even got a street named after him.
Yeah, they took it down. You know what I mean?
No, and Gershwin, but he wasn't from here.
I'm talking about no Gates and no Shrimp.
Oh, they got to put that back up.
Yeah, they take it down.
Back up.
You feel me? Just like Fulton. The whole Fulton supposed to be Harriet Tubman.
Yeah. I like the vibe in here, bro.
Real.
I like the vibe in here. You know why? Because, you know, the more you do it, the better you going to get at it and the more people you going to touch.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's about, man.
Facts.
It's about enlightening, strengthening them, giving them the guidance that they need. To succeed in here. Yeah, you know, half of these people wouldn't have made, or I can't even say that because I ain't God, but my opinion is the shit that I've been through all of my life, half of them couldn't even go through.
You the first person you the first God I heard say that.
I'm being honest with you, man.
That's facts.
I mean, truth. Look, check it, man. Check it. I wear flag. I wear flag. I've been doing this. Like I said, I've been doing this, man, since 74, since I got out the Tomahawk. And a matter of fact, I educated most of them. You understand what I'm saying, bro? Not educated them, but enlightened them, and they took it upon themselves. Like me, I don't have a teacher. I'm my own teacher. But I had brothers like Shalik, I had brothers like Raheem, Shamgar, Asiatic, Positive, you know, Great Mind, Minister, you know, black guard of law, you know, different guards, Zig. Check this out, my man Zig, right? Him and Sonny used to argue a lot, right? Him and Sonny used to argue a lot. Zig wasn't a Tomahawk. He was just, we worked for his mother. Yeah. So he was just down, right? And when Sonny come around, he always got a question. Did they pay you? You could tell me, did they pay you for that board education thing? No. Man, they gave you something. Yeah, they gave us black teachers teaching their kids in school. He ain't getting no money out of it. That was the purpose, because they didn't have how a white person gonna raise a black child? And it kills me how black women act like they don't know how to control black kids.
Facts.
you might not have no baby, but your sister, your brother, or somebody you know got kids, and you interact with them.
Mm-hmm.
So you should know how to deal with them. You know, another thing.
That's real talk though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yo.
But yeah, like I noticed you got a gold key on your neck.
Yes.
But just let the people know, like for the people that don't know.
Well, I have a gold key around my neck, and to explain it would be a contrary to the rules, but I had to go through a lot to get this.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go through a lot to sustain this. Because if you don't know about it, anybody that know about it can come and take it off your neck. And you can't do nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing about becoming a 5%er, I was a 5%er. Then I became a Muslim. My Muslim name is Abdul Sabor Rafi. Sabor is the last letter in the alphabet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so patience, they say. So, you know, for me, I gravitate in truth, man. I want to see everybody win, but most importantly, stop spreading the lies.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. If you don't know, say you don't know. I don't know everything, but I know what I know.
Yeah.
You know, and what a brother asked me the other day, Rasheen. You know, big brother Rasheen.
Rasheen, my love.
You gotta get him on here too.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Check it. He gonna say to me, yo, why you don't come to the rallies no more? I don't come to the rallies no more because I can sit outside and look out my window and see the niggas doing what they doing. There used to be a lot of babies. There's no babies going there. How you gonna teach a grown man new tricks? You understand what I'm saying? How you gonna do that? So for me, I just stay away because I know everybody in the 5% nation is not that.
Not that.
Yeah. They not righteous. They the first to tell you they ain't righteous, but they will tell you if they're real 5%ers, I'm striving to be righteous.
Facts.
No, I'm broken. My thoughts make me evil. Cause sometimes I think it. You know? But yeah, they don't make guys like Sonny no more.
Facts.
You know? They just don't. He got a birthday coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sonny on
May 20th?
May 20th, yeah, that's quite cool birthday too.
Yeah, my brother, that's it.
Yeah.
His pop's birthday, you know.
Yeah.
His name Universal.
Yeah,
you feel me? So yeah, but
you know,
respect
this to all the people that's listening to this and watching this, y'all need to get behind this podcast right here because it ain't nothing but something you'll get that can help you better your life.
Facts.
Definitely.
All we trying to do is win.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's all we trying to do is win. And we ain't talking about running no race.
Nah, not at all.
If the longer we in it, winning it, the more better off we gonna get.
That's a fact.
Simple as that, man.
I want to know. I got a question because I know you've been around a long time. You got some knowledge. What you think we could do more in the community where we could change because there's a lot of bullshit that go on in the community as far as stealing drugs, you know, but versus brothers shooting each other.
Yeah. First of all, when we was coming up, we had outlets. We had the Marine Corps, bugle, the Drum and Bugle Corps, of course the Boy Scouts, and things like that. We just had different people from every walk of life that can possibly dealing with Sonny, ready to help you do better your life. You ain't got to be around that all summer. You could get away from that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he told me one day because I was worried. I told him, I said, yo, I don't wanna have to get in a position or be put in a position to where I'm gonna have to hurt my brother. I got a problem with that. You know, because I want to be what I want to be. You gonna have a problem, then let it be a problem. But it wasn't right. He said, think about it. He said, yeah, they upset, but the way you doing what you're doing, they gonna come along with you. You're a leader, and that's what happened. That's what happened.
Right. So, what was some of the tactics Sonny used to get a hold of like the two tough brothers, the knuckleheads?
The tactics he used?
Yeah,
that's
because
what
I
you
know.
want to call it?
Yeah.
Tactics? I think everybody in the neighborhood. I think everybody in the neighborhood owes Sonny a thanks.
Facts.
Because I just told you, Sonny know a lot of gangsters. He could get gangsters to do other gangsters. If that's what he wanted to do. He combined that strength and came up with the school of common sense. If I could teach them the school of common sense and the 5% of stuff that they already got in their head, they'll be all right.
Yeah.
They'll be all right.
That's a fact.
You know?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I don't miss him because he always with me.
Yeah.
He always pulling me out of some situations, man.
Yeah.
So I know he ain't left me. I know Lumumba ain't left me.
Yeah.
You know, when you good and you do everything the best of your ability, a lot of times I used to get them mad.
Yeah.
But I knew I had the latitude to stay away a couple of days. If I stay away 2 days, they coming to get me on the third day. They know where I be. They coming to get me. You know,
Fact.
and that's that. Sometime, one time, they fooled me. They left me out there for 3 months. And then when I got to the where I was almost broken as a man, when you get to a point to where, you know, I lost my son in 2000, my only son, you know, and my thinking was, damn, all the shit I did, my mother used to tell me, what goes around, come around. I didn't know it was common then. And she said, when it come back around, you might not like it when it come back around. I didn't like it because it was my son. So it had me thinking for so many years, all the things that I might have gotten away with, that I got away with, came back and caught him. You know, I just think like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, you know, my like I said, when it come to Sonny, and you know, we compare as men. We say we don't, but we do. You know, we look at a motherfucker, size him up, and I don't think it's gonna work with this nigga because it's something you see in him ain't right. So, you know, with experience, you see it ain't right, you go about your business. The last thing you want is trouble. I'm trying to win. I don't know about nobody else.
That's a fact.
You know, I'm trying to win. And if this is a start, to me doing more of this, then so be it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So be it, man, because it need to be heard, man.
That's a fact. Definitely rest in peace, Sonny Carson.
Definitely.
Rest in peace, Ogball.
That's
right. We definitely want to appreciate you for coming here, showing love, spreading love to the youth, because this is what we need.
That's
a lot of people don't understand. People need to know about Sonny Carson.
I'm going to leave y'all with this.
Ogball. Now, I want to know about before you get into all that. Like anything you want to promote, like anybody, you know what I mean? Anything you got going on?
I'm promoting y'all.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I'm promoting y'all. I mean, because I only came out for y'all.
And definitely.
I get offers to come out, but I felt comfortable with family.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One nigga tell me, yo, that nigga getting paid, get money. If I do it, I ain't doing it for no money.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because it's actual
for
facts.
The love, man. It's
something I experienced. And anybody that know anything about Sonny Carson know what type of man he was.
Facts.
Yeah.
And the man was only but so high, and I ain't never seen a man scared of none. I watched the nigga down at the Atlantic Mall, Atlantic, when they opened up, I watched him put not on a police, one of the owners.
Facts. That's a fact. Man. You don't want to talk about that.
They got a
Sonny
check.
was a gangster.
That's right.
Nigga touched Sonny's staff.
Check after that.
You touched his staff.
Yeah.
They whooped son ass.
And I was mad because I was sick. Oh yeah, you
They touched his staff like some white dude.
I was sick that day. I remember that.
That's something you don't do.
Listen,
my staff is in Ohio.
They tried to get my brother kicked out of school. Let's just say my brother got back in school. I ain't even going to talk about the rest, but that's just some of the great things Sonny did, you know what I mean, for the community.
I'm telling y'all, man.
Facts.
All the black teachers that you see that came from Sonny and them walking out on 137 Saratoga and 271 between Herkimer and Fulton.
That's a
and
fact.
if you go in the archives, you'll see that they called Sonny. They said that Sonny was calling them. What's that word? Where he don't like white folks and all that. Anti-Semitism, some shit. I don't know how to pronounce it, but check this out. Sonny was a man's man. He knew how to deal with anybody that came around him. And if you was around him long enough, he'll talk you into doing some things for him and spending your money. Yeah. I know that for a fact. I witnessed it. Yeah. You know? Then you got, like he said, a lot of fallen soldiers, man. But
yeah, rest in peace to the dogs.
I tell Kwaku all the time, you the next Chief. Yeah. You know, I'm in the process of getting him his gold key. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't even mind dragging his feet, but I'm just gonna have to take charge of that because it's a lot of people that's deserving of gold keys that our team wasn't even thinking about. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's not right, man. We know what this is. Mm-hmm. We know what this means. Right. You know what I mean? And I'm a lot of things, man. I'm a lot of things. I wear a lot of hats, but what I'm really great, I'm loyal to the community of common sense. I mean the committee to honor Black heroes.
Shout out to the committee to honor Black heroes.
That's right. I'm with them. The December 12th movement.
Shout out to the December 12th movement.
All of that, man. It ain't no sense in hating.
Yeah, we together.
We That's all come from one root, Sonny root. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We all took different directions, and everybody win except Sonny family, and that shouldn't happen. It shouldn't be like that. Yeah. You know, and it's gonna change though. Yeah, it's going to change because I hope I gave you some inspiration to pick up a book.
You did. Yo, I just want to tell you that we definitely appreciate you for coming through because we don't get this every day, you feel me? Yeah, you don't get an OG like yourself that been around, that has some experiences and that been through life because, you know what I mean? You see, we all young, just trying to do it, trying to spread the word for the people because they need to hear this.
Check this out. Sonny and them came to see me like 2 months before I was getting out. And he told me, he said, yo, him and Lumumba told me, yo, Lumumba got this Group X clan. Mm-hmm. He said, and you the only one can do this job. This is the first time he called me Chief. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, said, that's what I wanted to get to. That's how you got the name. Sonny gave you the name Chief?
Yeah. Sonny gave me my gold key, right? So check it, right? He said, yo, this is what I want you to do. Now, he don't think that I know he tested my loyalty to him and Lumumba, right? So he sent me on the road with them to build up the Black Watch movement, and I did that. You know what I mean? Around the country. Big ups to Ohio and Indianapolis and Chicago,
you
know, in Milwaukee. Those where our people at, man.
That's real work.
You know?
That's real work.
Yes.
You know, just being in that frame of mind, in that zone. Y'all don't know what y'all woke me up. I was asleep.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Sleep, that the jewels that I got to give, it ain't for any and everybody.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, people, you give your history to a person and they take your history and make it their history.
Bullshit with it,
yeah, make it their history. Yeah. You gotta go from A. You got to go from 1 to 26.
Credited everybody.
26 letters in the alphabet. And any word, any noun, pronoun, syllable you want to use, you'll get it out the alphabet. But that last one, that Z, that's the telling. That's the telling if you deserve knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Yeah.
That's the key. You know, a lot of brothers walk around here today. You know what I mean? Man, fuck that old nigga, man. That old nigga, this a different time. That's why y'all ain't making 24.
Yeah, for real.
Because y'all don't listen.
That's a fact. See, I'm only 35, but you know how many young brothers I know that I lost younger than me. That wasn't, you know what I mean? But that's crazy. That's real talk.
You know, I'm just trying to be real with it. You know, you young guys did so fucked up in what you was doing, y'all had them bring Stop and Frisk back again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this time they gonna beat your ass and you ain't got nothing to do with it. But when you fighting a war, you got to know and understand that in order to create a war, you got to first have an army, and you got to be sure if you can win it to be in it. You know, they priorities is messed up. I ain't never seen a bunch of young brothers, and I go through it all the time. I might be on a bus or train, and I see a young person disrespecting their mother. That's just something I could see my mother getting locked up right now. If she come up to school for me and they talking about well, after I whoop his ass, you could take him where you want to take him. You'll be calling me to get his ass back.
Yeah, facts. That's facts. My mom's whooping my ass still.
Real. That's
some
real,
of these parents
man.
is crazy.
That's real,
but
man.
I mean, before we break up out there, I just got one more question.
Yeah.
Like you saying, you came up as a Tomahawk and you ran with Sonny. I wanna know personally. Like, did you ever have any like run-ins with the Italians or?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. See, Sonny had Italian friends.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's just don't look at the guy that made the movie. Sonny knew some people. One person introduced him to Sonny. Then that person introduced Sonny to somebody. You know, and things happen. See, first of all, when you win it, it ain't nothing you can't do.
Facts.
That be a reality.
Yeah.
When you win it, you got to be patient and most importantly, humble. You have to be humble, because if you're not humble and don't appreciate the blessings that you've been given for the 50 million time, and I know most of us, I know me, I be saying, damn man, I wonder if I ran out of blessings. You know, if I ran out of God helping me, because there is a power greater than me.
Facts.
And I understand that.
That's
you know,
a fact.
when I say I'm God of this armor, leg armor head. That's what I'm God of. As far as creating or stopping something from not being here, I don't have that kind of power.
Facts.
If I did, my loved ones would be here. You know? So, you know, yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all
Appreciate
woke me up,
you.
man.
Anything else you want to get off your chest before we get up out of here? You know what I mean?
Just try to win, man. All you could do, man, is ask God for forgiveness, and most importantly, forgive yourself. Because a lot of that hatred you got is because you can't be a certain person or be like a certain person. So you want to vent out. Be yourself. Be yourself. And I want to say thank you again, man. Peace and blessings.
And I want to say thank you for coming and spreading knowledge.
Definitely.
That's definitely this definitely was a blessing interview. It's, I mean, definitely a blessing to have you. And just for me personally, I want to say that I'm proud of you.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Because for you to be here, and there's a lot of older brothers I see, they, you know what I mean, they either strung out with you looking good, you looking healthy.
Man, I'm trying to win.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
I did my share. I did my share of hurting myself because I felt like I didn't do enough to protect my son. I used to say to myself, how could I how y'all let these niggas come in my backyard and shoot my son in the back 8 times? And then y'all rob him. Yeah, I had attitude. I did some things that I regret, you know, but I can't undo it. I ain't trying to undo it. It happened. I'm just saying that we got to all look at each other and say, how much is you committed to do what you need to do to get the job done?
Facts.
Because it's easy to talk it, man. Walking that walk, it's crazy, man. But I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, man.
Thank you too, brother.
Peace.
Know what I mean?
I'm trying to figure out where I'm going from next. I don't want to go home.
Yeah.
I don't even want the interview to be over.
But definitely.
Y'all taping this, right?
Yeah, it's taping.
Y'all gonna send me a tape?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you as soon as we get it all together. I got you. Definitely appreciate you, and like I said,
I want to show it.
I don't just have brothers up here just to be talking. Like the brothers I bring up here, like this brother right here, I watched them put the work in, so I could. I mean, from back in the days as a young, feeling safe because these brothers was around. So I appreciate you. I mean, if I never told you that before, I love you, King, and you're definitely a king. You should definitely coming through. We appreciate you.
Father got a story too, bro.
Facts. Rest in peace, Ofori. Rest in peace, Sonny. Abubakar.
Rest in peace, everybody.
Our team, all the brothers we lost. Akbar.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We gonna live through them. All the brothers. You feel me? But shout out to. Go ahead. Shout out to our sponsors, Frontline Millionaires, where you can get your Frontline Millionaires gear at www.frontlinemillionaires.shop.
Also sponsored by I'm Different and It's Okay by Stephanie_Kia684 on Instagram. Click the link in the bio.
Hold on, before you cut it, you know what I mean? I got on the sweatsuit. Shout out to Feel What You Don't Know, another black-owned business. Just want to see all my brothers win. You know what I mean? That's going to be the name of the interview. We going to win. You feel me?
That's right.
Peace.
Peace.
We gonna win, not we be too cool, we gonna lose.
Yeah, we
We
gonna
trying
win.
to win.